Hey, what's up, family? Welcome back to another video. I am April Williams, a motivational speaker, and I'm a podcaster. So if you're new here, welcome in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. So this video is going to be Nobody But God, episode 3. So my previous videos, I talked a lot about how I used to take like pills, Xanax pills, stuff like that. So this episode touches on that. So I remember I used to work at a restaurant years ago, and the job was real laid back. And then that's kind of how I got introduced to Xanax and stuff like that. Those kind of pills people use for recreational use. You know, Xanax. People who take Xanax, like, for have a prescription for it, they usually use it for anxiety and stuff like that. And then some people take it to sleep at night. So if a person has a prescription for it, that's usually what it's for anxiety or for like a sleeping pill, because that's what it does. Xanax helps your body like real calm, real kind of like just zoned out. So it is for anxiety, and it is I think like a prescribed sleeping pill. But like I said, back then I was real young, reckless, doing different things I shouldn't have been doing, and I used to take it just for fun, like just to have that high, that feeling throughout the day. So like I was saying, I used to work at this restaurant, and then it was a sandwich place. So one day I was at work, and I don't know whether it was before work or while I was at work, I ended up taking a Xanax. And then I remember throughout the day, I was at work just doing my job. Like I said, it was a sandwich place, so we made sandwiches, stuff like that. And then I don't know whether I had a knife in my hand. I was cutting meat. I was cutting something like that. We wasn't real busy, so I was kind of just doing something for downtime. So I think I was cutting some meat or something like that. Like I said, it was a sandwich place. So I remember cutting it, and then like I said, I was so zoned out. By the time the pill kicked in, I was so zoned out, and it took a while. But once I came back to, I realized that I had cut my finger and I didn't even know it. Like, that's how relaxed that pill had me. I was just completely zoned out. I had cut my finger with a knife. Like I said, I think I was cutting meat or something like that, and I had cut my finger and I didn't even know it. Like, that's how bad these pills can have a person just out of it. Something like that, a cut on my finger and I didn't even know it. I didn't even feel it. Like, that's how bad pills like that can be. And it's not even Xanax, just any type of pill. And so, like I say, I was zoned out. I had cut my finger. I didn't even know it. I think it took for somebody to tell me, like, you bleeding, right? It was something crazy like that. Like, I think it took for somebody to really stop me and be like, April, you bleeding, right? For me to know, because I didn't even know I had that cut on my finger. Like, it was just so crazy. But that's how Xanax and other pills like that could really have a person, like, just completely out of it. So I say that to say, and it's even worse these days, because these days, like I said, this was years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago when I used to take pills like that. And now in the world today, it's so bad because people are lacing pills with different things. People may feel like they buying a Xanax from somebody and they take it, and then it's laced with some type of poison. These things are killing children. They're killing just people. So like I said, it's bad to even really be taking pills these days, because it's not how it was years ago. People are, like I say, there's so much going on in the world. People are doing all kind of things. They're inserting poison and different stuff in these pills, fentanyl, all this different stuff. So I just want to share that with y'all. Like I say, for me, that was just a crazy experience to be on this pill, completely out of it. Didn't even know I cut my finger. On the safe side, like, no blood was on like the meat or nothing like that. So you ain't nobody had to worry about throwing no meat away. But like I say, I had cut my finger. I was bleeding and didn't even know it, because that's how bad. And that's how strong this a Xanax pill is. You could just completely out of it. Something happened and you not even know. It'll take maybe hours later, and then you will realize it. Or it takes somebody to tell you, like, this and that, and then you're like, oh my God, like. So that's how bad it was. So I share this with y'all just to say, like I said, it's bad these days because people are lacing pills with poison and all these different things. So I just encourage you today, if you have any type of addiction, whether it's pills, weed, or anything, of course, it's hard to get over whatever the addiction may be. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. And you just have to find different ways, find different things to replace. You have to replace that old habit with a new habit. Like I said, you got to be praying. You got to be seeking the face of God. You got to be asking him for strength to change, for strength to break a habit, And like I said, you have to replace that old habit with a new habit, a good habit, and a positive habit. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video and took something from it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Y'all be blessed. Have a great week and happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk soon.